Hello guys and welcome back to Stress Ninja TV, where we serve you the hottest, most talked about, and absolutely unfiltered Nollywood gist. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and drop your comments because what I'm about to tell you will leave your jaw on the floor. Let's dive right in. The internet has been on fire ever since that interview featuring Sonia and Maurice dropped. What was supposed to be a simple, casual, and fun media chat quickly turned into one of the most replayed and discussed interviews in Nollywood history. Why? Because of the chemistry, the tension, and most especially, the eye contact. Fans have now renamed it the eye contact interview, saying that no words were needed to tell what was happening between these two because their eyes did all the talking. And honestly, you can't watch that clip without feeling like you've just walked in on something private. From the very first minute, the atmosphere felt different. Maurice sat beside Sonia with that trademark calm smile of his, while Sonia, glowing effortlessly as usual, tried to stay composed. But the energy between them was impossible to ignore. Each time Sonia spoke, Maurice's eyes followed her like a magnet. He didn't even try to hide it. At one point, the interviewer asked a question, but everyone online was too distracted to even care what it was. All eyes were on Maurice and Sonia's body language. Clips from that moment went viral within minutes. On TikTok, users replayed the exact second when Sonia laughed and Maurice leaned slightly closer, his gaze fixed on her like she was the only person in the room. One fan wrote, "If looks could talk, Maurice just confessed his entire heart in that one stare." Another added, "Too much eye contact abeg. They should just make it official already." And that was just the beginning. Fans started flooding Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube with comments dissecting every glance, every smile, and every pause. Some people even slowed down the video to catch subtle gestures. One fan posted, "You can literally see Sonia trying to look away, but she keeps coming back. This kind of chemistry can't be faked." Another user commented, "Forget acting, this is real emotion. I've never seen Maurice this soft around anyone else." The reactions were wild. One YouTube user wrote under the full interview video, "I was watching with my sister, and we both screamed at the same time when their eyes met again. It's like watching a love movie live." Another person added, "If this isn't love, I don't know what is. Their connection is electric." Even other Nollywood stars couldn't resist commenting. A fellow actress tweeted, "Those eyes said everything that words couldn't. That's chemistry on a whole new level." Directors and movie lovers began speculating that Sonia and Maurice's connection is what makes their on-screen romance so believable. "You can't direct that kind of emotion," one filmmaker said. "It's either you have it or you don't, and these two have it." Now here's where it gets interesting. Some fans started creating theories, claiming that this interview exposed more than either of them intended. "He looked at her like a man who knows her heart," one fan wrote. "They've definitely shared more than just movie scenes." Another replied, "That's not friendship energy. That's two people pretending not to be in love on camera." Within hours, hashtags like hashtag Sonia and Maurice, hashtag eye contact saga, and hashtag Maurice can't hide it began trending. People started making short edits with romantic background music, zooming into every time their eyes met. The interview clip alone gathered millions of views across platforms. But what truly kept the conversation alive was how natural it all looked. Sonia wasn't trying to be seductive or playful, she was just being herself, graceful, calm, and focused. Maurice, however, seemed mesmerized. Fans even noticed him nodding along to her words as though every sentence she spoke was a melody only he could hear. "That man is lost in her world," a fan commented. "Look at how he's smiling when she's not even looking at him. It's over for every other woman." Of course, not everyone was buying into the romance theory. A few critics argued that fans were reading too much into it. "They're professional actors," one blogger said. "They know how to keep audiences intrigued. Maybe they're just playing along with the hype." But even that argument didn't stick for long because people kept finding new clips that fueled the fire. At one point in the interview, Sonia adjusted her hair and Maurice's eyes instantly followed her hand. The camera caught it perfectly. That split-second reaction sent fans into a frenzy. Someone wrote, did you see how fast he looked when she touched her hair? Bro is gone. Another joked, Maurice says I said mine before his brain could stop him. The funniest part was that both of them seemed aware of what was happening, but neither tried to tone it down. Sonia smiled softly every time their eyes met, while Maurice looked like he couldn't help himself. One viewer commented, the tension in that room could power an entire city. Even the interviewer was smiling like she knew something. People have been debating whether something romantic is actually happening between the two or if it's just natural connection. Some fans believe it's just their chemistry as actors that's spilling into real life, while others insist that no amount of professionalism can hide real emotion. He's in love, period, one viral tweet said. No man looks at a woman like that unless his heart is already gone. Another fan defended Sonia, writing, maybe she knows and she's just keeping it classy. Sonia has that calm queen energy. She won't expose anything. Others weren't so subtle, with comments like, these two are giving secret lovers pretending to be co-stars vibes. What made the moment even more controversial was when the interviewer jokingly asked Maurice what he admired most about Sonia. He smiled for a long second, glanced at her, and said, everything. That single word was enough to send the internet into meltdown. Fans replayed it endlessly, saying, you don't just say everything with that tone unless you mean it. One YouTube user even wrote a full paragraph saying, the pause before he answered told me everything. He looked at her like she hung the stars. That's not admiration, that's affection. Another user replied, we've been shipping them for years, and now this interview just confirmed it for us. Even memes flooded the internet. One photo of Maurice staring at Sonia was captioned, when you realize you're sitting next to your entire world. Another meme showed Sonia smiling shyly with the text, try not to blush when he looks at you like that. The fans turned the whole thing into a viral trend that refuses to die down. Behind all the playful reactions, though, some fans pointed out that this moment shows how real connection can't be faked, even in the entertainment industry. Their friendship and respect for each other are what make it so beautiful, one viewer said. You can tell there's genuine admiration there, not just performance. Still, the gossip blogs didn't let it slide quietly. Headlines started popping up everywhere. Maurice Sam can't hide his feelings for Sonia Uche, the interview that broke Nollywood internet, asterisk, too much eye contact or too much love. Asterisk, and just like that, what was supposed to be a promotional chat turned into the biggest romantic speculation of the year. Since then, fans have been begging for another movie featuring the two of them. One trending comment said, if a simple interview can shake us like this, imagine what a full-length romantic movie would do. Another replied, they need to stop wasting time and give us that wedding scene already. Even directors are paying attention. Insiders claim that producers have been calling to pair them up again, knowing the magic they create both on screen and off. One industry source said, the chemistry sells. Everyone's talking about them, so expect another collaboration soon. Sonia, as usual, has handled the spotlight gracefully. When asked in a separate interview how she feels about the fan theories, she smiled and said, Maurice is a wonderful person and a great actor. I appreciate the love from the fans. Meanwhile, Maurice just laughed when reporters brought it up, saying, that's how you know we're doing something right. People believe in what they see. But that response only made fans believe it even more. He didn't deny it, one comment read. He said it without saying it. Another said, you can tell he's enjoying this attention. Maybe he's waiting for the right time to make it official. Now, let's not forget the reactions from die-hard fans. Some of them went all out, writing fanfiction, making edits, and even opening joint fan pages dedicated to Sonia and Maurice. The captions read things like, the chemistry we didn't ask for but now can't live without, and Maurice and Sonia, Nollywood's finest duo. The power of that one interview shows just how much influence these two stars have. It proved that fans don't just watch their movies, they study them, feel them, and live through them. And the best part. The chemistry between Sonia and Maurice has reignited excitement in Nollywood romance. This is what we've been missing, one fan wrote. They remind us that love stories can still feel real. Every time the video resurfaces, it trends all over again. Someone reposts it, the views skyrocket, and the debates return. People still quote lines from the interview. They still joke about the Maurice stare and how Sonia pretends not to notice. Some fans even call it the interview that changed everything. A popular entertainment blogger posted, "From that moment, you could tell their dynamic had shifted. It wasn't just co-stars anymore, it was connection, energy, and emotion on full display." Even months after, the internet hasn't recovered. Each new post from either Sonia or Maurice sparks another wave of speculation. When Maurice posted a behind-the-scenes photo with no caption, fans flooded the comments with lines like, "Is she the one taking the picture?" and "We know who's behind that camera." What's clear is that the audience is deeply invested in this story, whether it's real, imagined, or somewhere in between. People can't stop talking about the way Maurice looks at Sonia, and honestly, who can blame them? The man's expression said everything words couldn't. At this point, the phrase, "too much eye contact," has become a meme, a slogan, and even a cultural moment in Nollywood fan spaces. It represents that undeniable spark that makes two stars unforgettable. So, what do you think, guys? Was it just professional chemistry or something more that slipped through during that interview? Whichever it is, Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam have given fans a moment to remember, something to talk about, replay, and argue over for months to come. Their energy is unmatched, their connection undeniable, and their impact on the audience undeniable proof that Nollywood romance is alive and glowing. And that's why we love them both, because even without saying much, their eyes told the whole story. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and stay tuned right here on Stress Ninja TV for more of the hottest, most exclusive Nollywood gist. We've got more love, laughter, and drama coming your way, because when it comes to stars like Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam, the story never really ends. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.